It's finally time to start making some salsa. Hi everybody, thanks so much for stopping by the homestead. My name is Sarah from Living Traditions Homestead, and it is finally time to start making some salsa. I'm so excited. I've been canning other tomato products and I've been waiting oh so patiently, well not really, but I've been waiting for all the peppers to start becoming big enough for me to harvest, and then enough of them for me to start making salsa. So today is the day and I am just so excited. Now I want to tell you that my very favorite go-to canning book, I'm going to share that with you. I have lots of canning books and I'm always coming back to one canning book, and I'm going to share that with you today. It is the Ball Complete Book of Home Preserving. 400 delicious and creative recipes for today. This book, I'm always looking at it. I love the recipes. They're common recipes. They taste great. They're not like crazy combinations of things that I can't either find in the grocery store, grow myself, or things that, you know, I'm not going to eat or my family's not going to eat. This is filled with recipes that are practical. Also, they have very good step-by-step instructions for the new canner, whether that is for water bath canning or pressure canning. They do have some pressure canning recipes in here too, so it's an all-around great go-to book. I've had this for several years. I got it actually for Mother's Day as a gift in 2014, so I've had it for over 3 years. I have tags in it that mark my favorite recipes, and it's really just kind of been through a lot. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm going to be making 2 salsa recipes today. It's our very favorite recipes. There's one that the kids loved called Zesty Salsa, and there's one that Kevin and I love called Jalapeno Salsa. Now, if you aren't a big salsa eater like we are, we just eat tons of salsa. Consider making it anyway, and this is why. Salsa is a great base for a lot of recipes. You can use it in soups, stews, in pasta salad, and there are just a lot of really great recipes that either call for a jar of salsa or you can just throw in a jar of salsa. And what better than to use salsa and use ingredients that you have actually grown yourself. That's what homesteading is all about, right? Taking back our freedoms and not having to rely on the store, and to produce things ourselves and know what is in our food. So salsa is a great way to do that. So now, to spare you a bunch of boring chopping time, Kevin and I did all the chopping yesterday for these recipes for canning, so I was able to just get up and get my chores done and get right to canning and bring you guys along. So we have everything already chopped up so I can just get canning. So I'm going to share with you both of those recipes. Even though you can get these recipes in this book, which we will put the link down below, I will put the recipes in the description of this video for you. So we're just going to get started. We're going to start with the kids' favorite recipe called Zesty Salsa. Okay, we're going to start off with 5 cups of green peppers, 5 cups of diced onion, and 10 cups of tomatoes, and then we'll worry about the other things. Now we're going to add 2½ cups of diced jalapenos, 1 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, and 3 cloves of minced garlic. Now I need to snip in 2 tablespoons of fresh cilantro. The last ingredient is 1 tablespoon of salt. Then we're going to mix it all up. and we're going to put it on the stove top. We are going to turn on the heat and stir it constantly until it comes to a boil. And then we're going to turn it down to a simmer, still stirring frequently for 10 minutes. Now we're going to get started on the jalapeno salsa, the favorite of Kevin and mine. And you start off with 3 cups of diced tomatoes, 3 cups of jalapenos, and 1 cup of diced onions. We're going to add 1 cup of cider vinegar, 6 cups of minced, no, not cups. We're going to add 1 cup of cider vinegar, 6 cloves of minced garlic, and 1½ teaspoons of salt. For herbs, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of dried oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of cumin, and 2 tablespoons of freshly snipped cilantro. Just like the other recipe, we're going to mix this up, put it on the stove top, turn the heat on, bring it up to a boil while we're stirring constantly. Then we'll turn the heat down to a simmer for 10 minutes while we continue to stir frequently. Well, it's time to get canning. Both of my pots are done. Everything's hot and has been warmed up. I have my canning kettles on the stove, getting hot, and I've got all my jars, rings, lids, everything I need. So I'm just going to get started. This is exciting stuff for me. So when we jar these up, when we can these, we are going to keep a 1/2 inch headspace. When we cook them in the pot, we're going to let them boil for 15 minutes. So we're going to put them in to our canning pot. We're going to let that come back up to a boil. Once it begins to boil, we'll set a timer for 15 minutes. Then we'll turn off the heat, take off the lid, and let it sit there for 5 minutes before we take it out of the water. We're just going to get going. We're going to stir this up, use my ladle, my canning funnel. We're just going to fill this up to about a 1/2 inch up there. You want to poke something down in there to get any of the air bubbles out. And check with your measurer that you've got 1/2 inch. Now I have a little bit too much, and that happens sometimes, so I'm just going to take a spoon and scoop out a spoonful and see if that makes a difference. Yep, that did the job. So I'll take my little handy dandy magnetic tool here, get a hot lid and put that on top. Actually, before I do that, I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to wipe off the rim of this. Put on our lid, grab a ring, and tighten it what they call finger tight. So you don't have to like totally wrench on it, just tighten it a little bit. We're going to put that into our hot water. We're just going to keep on doing that until it's all filled up. Well, there we go, all finished. You know, I ended up doubling the jalapeno salsa recipe, but in total, This day of canning brought me 32 half pints of salsa. Not bad. Well, before you go, I just want to say, how happy we are that you have joined us. If you are a new homesteader, or if you're thinking about homesteading, or even if you've been homesteading for a while, I really hope that you gain some confidence with this video and that you try or do some more canning if you haven't been already. Our YouTube channel, Living Traditions Homestead, we really hope to be encouraging to everybody and teach some new skills and, teach a little bit about frugal living, simple living as well. So if you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment, and don't forget to press the subscribe button below. Until next time, you guys, take care and God bless.